All right, so I'm trying to stay up on top of this stuff pretty regularly. It's snowing. Great spot though for me. We don't want to talk about that. But today, I want to bring to you a really specific topic. I was talking to a friend recently who I know they probably watch this, so they'll probably know I'm talking about just in general the same subject, but it's forgiveness. And I don't mean forgiveness is in the way of what a lot of people think, just maybe one sided. I'm talking different types of forgiveness. Truthfully, different aspects of forgiveness in different parts of your life. All right. So, the way to think about this for me, that I look at for you guys, is the idea of forgiving yourself for what you've done, forgiving others, and also the forgiveness for yourself by others. Okay. So many people have shown me in life that there is really, for them, not an ability to forgive. They say they forgive, but I want you guys to really understand the idea of forgiveness. Forgiveness is really when you deep down can say to yourself, I'm okay with what you did, what I did, and I'm going to forgive it to the point of I'm going to move forward, not really forget it in that regard, but understand that I'm comfortable with the unknown of moving forward with either rekindling, reshaping, helping, whatever type of thing that you need to do, you're okay with that. That's important in regard to many different parts of life, okay? You yourself have a hard time sometimes getting to the next level. Let's just utilize a relationship for the sake of this, because this is the most relatable I can get for you guys, okay? Let's say in a relationship you messed up. You made a lot of mistakes. You maybe were hitting up other people. You were infidelity. Maybe you got somebody pregnant, whatever, okay? And I'm going to use myself as an example of certain things. So I have lived my life in a pretty successful manner in most things, but I have also significantly lived wretched in really certain aspects, right? You know, between porn, sexual things, not really being faithful to relationships, and really creating in my mind the idea of I was doing something good for other people, and that's okay, cheating or being or practicing infidelity because I was helping other people. You really weren't. You were so weak-minded, you were unable to create the right situation and do the right thing because you were so weak and just not man enough to say to yourself the unknown of sticking with one person, because that's an unknown. You know what comes out of all these other people. You know what comes out of it, okay? Truthfully, the short term, you can get so much out of so many people. In the long run, you will ruin the rest of your life. You will ruin happiness for yourself and other people, right? And when it becomes time to forgive you, we can start at forgiving yourself. So you can look at things and you can say, well, I'm trying to get to all these different relationships afterward, after maybe you broke up or you got divorced, and maybe you have some kids in the mix, whatever, and you can't really seem to get forward. You feel like something's missing and you want something, but you keep at the face value of all these people you're talking to, right? And what happens is you realize that you can't forgive yourself, man. You haven't forgiven yourself for what you did wrong. Listen, you messed up, you made a mistake, that person's gone, or if they're not gone, they can't move forward with you until you also move forward with yourself by forgiving yourself. Forgiving yourself is literally understanding that you messed up and saying to yourself that that is not you anymore. You forgive yourself on what you did and you're going to move forward to the unknown, because right now you're living in this I know what I did, I know what I've done, and I can't move forward, and I'm going to keep sitting at this shallow level of life. Go to the deep end, things that are unknown, and just move forward. Know that that is what you need to do. You need to make a difference, right? You have to forgive yourself, okay? And forgiving others is also a pretty big deal, man. People need to forgive you. People will say, well, I forgive you and you know, I can move on. they never really forgave you, okay? And the reason why that you know that is because they kept on to it and they kept hatred in their soul and they weren't able to move forward with you, all right? If you cheat on somebody, you have absolutely no grounds for anything in your life ever. For them to ever be in your life. It doesn't matter if you got found out and you wanted to kill yourself because you were so down about it. It doesn't matter. They don't owe you anything. They don't owe you a single thing. You broke the absolute basis of anything, a relationship, anything. You broke that. You broke trust. They relied on you. They gave you a piece of their soul to trust and you broke it. Okay. So you made a mistake. Now you need to say, all right, I'm going to help in regard of this to forgive myself for what I've done, but they also need to forgive you, right? Forgiving you is saying to you, I forgive you and I'm willing to move forward. I may not forget what happened. It may help me in the future, maybe stick up for themselves in other parts of life or with the relationship, right? But they can move forward with you. They can actually be with you because they forgive you. You've made a mistake. You've owned up for it. It's not about saying sorry every 5 minutes to them, okay? I don't believe anymore in saying sorry. Don't say sorry. It wasn't a mistake in that regard. It was a choice. You made the wrong choice. If you made the wrong choice in something else in your life, would you apologize to yourself? No. Would you apologize to other things for other things you might have done? No. So why say sorry? You made the decision. You made the mistake or whatever, but it wasn't involuntary. Like you voluntarily made that mistake. It's time to move forward. Moving forward and doing better and showing that you are not the person who made those mistakes or made those choices to mess up is what helps somebody forgive. It helps you forgive. But if you keep dabbling in the same behaviors that got you in trouble in the first place in life, literally, you can never forgive or move forward because you keep dabbling in things that are known and things that are comfort. It's the demons inside that are trying to pull you back to make those decisions, to stay within that same constant over and over and over again. You know, and I find it funny that so many people can't forgive other people. And man, I am included in this. I lived such a poor personal life when on the outside, all I was trying to do was a Superman syndrome, man. Saving everybody around me, man. Not only in my career, but in my personal life, I thought I was saving everything while being destructive and making decisions that ruined the core of so many things, right? Reminds me of this. I don't say this all the time, but it reminds me of this Bible verse, okay? Luke, I want to say it's 17:3-4, okay? If a man comes to you, I'm paraphrasing, if a man comes to you and he apologizes or repents, asks for forgiveness, okay? 1 time or 7 times in one day, you are still supposed to give the same forgiveness for the 7 things as 1 thing and move forward with it. Because at the end of the day, if you keep judging off things that have been done prior, you will never move forward because you keep looking back. So when it comes to forgiveness, you have to understand it comes from so many different aspects. It's not just one person. So if you did something wrong in a relationship and you feel it, bro, forgive yourself. Forgive yourself. Move forward knowing the only true way to show that you are not the same person is to not live that same way and prove it. Even if there's an ounce of a behavior, change it. Don't keep living like that, man. You have to be better than the day before. You have to be better every single day. Understand that it is about, if somebody is going to forgive you, it may take time and you might need to prove for the rest of your life that you're not that person anymore. But you can do it easily every day by not dabbling in the same behaviors that got you there. So if you need to sit here and you need to make those changes every day, 1 step at a time, over and over and over and over again, and it includes the only way that you're going to do it to forgive yourself, then that's what you need to do. That's what you need to do. Forgiveness drives you forward, or you're going to keep living in the past and you're never going to become a better person. You will never make a difference in somebody else's life. You will never become what you want to become unless you forgive yourself, which helps other people forgive you because you're being a better person. So is it snowing and we starting the first of the year? I want every single one of you guys to know, just forgive.